What's up, guys? What's up, guys? In this video, I want to tell you how I fly for free 2 times every single week of the year. What's up, guys? Chidester here, teaching you how to build profitable online businesses. Now, in today's video, I'm going to break down for you how I fly for free wherever I want, whenever I want. Now, typically, it's about 2 times a week, but it could literally be every day if I felt like it. That's just typically how it seems to work out, where this year it's been about 2 flights. So 1 to the place I go, and then flying back to Puerto Rico. And then this next year, it'll probably be a lot more as I travel the world. Now, first thing I think we should start with is, why would you want to travel that much in the first place? One thing you're going to find, and you're going to start seeing this theme across my videos, is that the things that make you the happiest, in my opinion, is really connection with other people, doing activities with them, and then traveling the world. Part of what makes life exciting ultimately is novelty, right? That's why you get excited when you buy new cars, you get new girlfriends, you meet new people, you go to new places, you eat new foods, etc. And so I think traveling is one of the most productive or healthiest ways to feel that novelty, because otherwise sometimes that can be why people get caught cheating. You know, they buy stuff they don't need, they get overweight, right? Like, so there is novelty in those other things, but I think sometimes they can lead to bad decisions. And traveling really, at the end of the day, I think is very healthy for you. It's a great way to get a different perspective, and you get a lot of insight to different cultures, which I think is very helpful for you as a human being and just how to treat other people. So with that being said, I wanted to find a way to fly for free. So what I first did is I got kind of so I wanted to find a way to fly for free. Now this got pushed to the back burner as I dropped out of school and started my business, because you know, I wanted to do that, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to push that to the back burner. I'm going to focus on my business. Now, as I started building my business, the way I found out about flying for free is I started using credit cards to pay for Facebook ads, YouTube ads, etc. And what I did is I looked for the best credit cards that give the best credit card points for that type of action. And so there's 2 credit cards that you can definitely get. I'll definitely tell you my favorite one, and then I'll tell you my second favorite one. So the second favorite one is Chase Inc. Business. Now, the benefit of Chase Inc. Business is if you run a business, especially an online business, anything you buy on that card, specifically social media ads, you get 3x points, right? And so what that does is you can rack up millions of points. Maybe I'll throw a screenshot up here, but I have millions of points from Chase, and then I'll get into that second card. The only thing I don't like about Chase is they have a very low limit. So some credit cards, as you spend a lot of money, they will automatically raise how much you can spend because they see how fast you're paying your bill. Chase, no matter how much money I've made, they limit me at about $26,000 a month, which for me is not very high because we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on paid ads every single month. But Chase Inc. is my second favorite card. You get 3x points. And so anytime I want to travel, all I have to do is go on their site, I pick where I want to go. Most of the time I fly first class, and then they just deduct those points. So essentially, I'm flying for free. I don't even have to pay for my bags. It covers all of that. Now, my number 1 favorite card, and this is the one I'd recommend you start with, is Amex Gold. There's 2 things I like about them. First is it's 4x points. So you actually get more than you do with Chase. The second thing is they automatically raise your ceiling. So those cards, I have hundreds of thousands of dollars I can spend on them every single month. I've never had an Amex Gold card decline, ever. So every single month I pay off those bills, but I've never had it actually decline. So I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on one of those cards, and I've never had it shut off. So that's my favorite thing about them, is they seem to be a little more lenient to let those things run up. Now, for the wrong person, that obviously wouldn't be a good thing. If you're someone who doesn't have self-control when it comes to spending money, that's not going to be good. But for business owners like myself, we love it because it allows us to push the business very hard, and we don't have to sit there and worry if the card is going to get shut off and then our ads get shut down on Facebook, YouTube, etc. That's the second thing. And then the third thing I like is that they allow me to get multiple cards. So I actually at this time have about 6 Amex Gold cards, and they all do 4x points, and you can run them up. Now, why would I have so many cards? The first one is just that it allows me to have more lines of credit. The second one is just, it's a little safer in case someone were to steal my card or there's fraud. But the third reason is that each card only goes up to about $100,000 before the 4x goes down to a 1x. So because I spend so much, I need a lot of cards so that every month I can start rotating them, right? And then they renew, I want to believe, yearly. So it allows me to get way more points than I otherwise would have gotten, because after a certain amount, they drop from 4x to 1x. So those are the two favorite cards I would recommend. I don't use any other cards right now. Really, the only other card I would love to get is an Amex Black card. I've asked them for one multiple times. They essentially say it's invite only. I'm not really sure how much more money I need to spend to get that, but that would be the only other card that I'm hopeful to get in the near future. So essentially, if you want to take advantage of this method, the first thing is obviously start a business, put that at the forefront. Once you do, start using those credit cards to pay for your business things. Even if it's not social ads and you don't get 4x points, they still have a lot of perks to them for certain things you pay for that are business related. And then after that, all you have to do is go online, you pick where you want to go, free flight, free bag. For those of you who haven't flown first class, it's very nice, especially when you go international. You can literally lay all the way down. They give you foods, drinks, etc. And I'm not saying you have to be that bougie, right? But it definitely beats economy, especially on a long flight. So if it's like 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour flight, who really cares? But if you're consistently flying every single week, and it's a 5 hour flight, or it's a 7 hour flight, or a 10 hour flight, I would highly recommend you use these, because then you can get first class without paying thousands of dollars for that seat. It just comes off your points. And at this moment of making this video, even using it as consistently as I do, I still believe I have about 4 million credit card points from them combined, maybe a little bit more. So hope that's helpful for you guys. If you found value, make sure to subscribe, and then obviously check out one of the other 2 videos on the left or right hand side of the screen. Appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.